What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today, we're going to be doing a little comparison video for Twiztid's The Green Book. With the Twiztid-Shop re-release coming up, I wanted to do this video to serve as a little educational piece for those in search of the original two releases off of Psychopathic. So let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, as you can see, there are actually two differences in the shade or the hue of the green from the original one to the re-release. Now, the original one came out in 2002, well, 2003, I'm sorry, this says 2002 on there. Don't let that mistake you. It was actually released in 2003, and this one was re-released in 2010. This is originally what I picked up, and I had no idea that there was a difference between this one and the original, so that's why this video is being done, for those who may or may not have known, and to also give you guys a guide so that if you're on eBay or you're in the Psychopathic Museum and you want to know which one you're getting, I'll help you point out little things to help you spot it, because there are differences. I've actually bought the original twice now. I rebought this one recently now, a week ago, for the purpose of this video, because the one that I had gotten off eBay had no slipcase, and if you look real close right there on Jamie Madrox's face, there's a fucking scratch where the peel off page is for their face paint. So I ended up buying this completely again because, you know, this one had defects in my eyes. So let's jump right into it. Once again, like I said, the very first thing you can notice is the differences in the shade. I honestly don't know if that is straight up just this one that I bought, which I don't think it is, because, you know, you pull this one out and it's exactly the same way. You know what I mean? You have a darker shade. So that's one thing to look for. Now, like I said, make sure when you're contacting the seller that you get pictures, because that's what's going to help you here. There's really no differences on the back here. When you look at the barcode, they are they have the same UPC. When you look at the copyright date down below, they are exactly the same. The only big difference here is the shades, the shade of coloring. So let's go ahead and peel the cover off and take a look on the insides so you can see some of the major differences, the most spottable differences, the reason why this one's more sought after than this one is, and you can kind of almost tell right here. But let's go ahead. No, we're not going to go into that yet. The other noticeable thing you can see here is the fact that in the reissue, back here in the background, you have a green background just like the album art itself. This one has a white one. The original one is white. Get the fuck out of here. So if you pop that open, you can see in the background you have white, you have green here. That's going to be another big difference to see. The other one is on the CDs themselves. There's a lot more green in this going around the CD, whereas there is not here. That's another identifier. You know, once again, there's copyright on the CDs. They are exactly the same. So you're going to look for these little things, the extra green versus that. This is the huge noticeable one of why everybody wants the original, because it's fucking awesome, and I had no idea it existed, and I ended up going and buying a new one. As you can tell, this looks a little bit more bold. The white looks more bold. That is because the original one has this, where you can peel off the face paint and reveal their faces. This one does not. That is the huge thing right there. So usually if you get a picture of the back and it looks kind of almost 3D-ish, that's a good indicator that they're selling you an original one. You can tell by the coloring here versus the coloring there which one has the peel off page. Another big identifier. Other than that, there really isn't a whole lot inside the book itself.
Hold up, pause. Okay, so right here, I actually failed to mention one other comparison that's not really going to help you looking through pictures when you are looking to buy. But with this being a comparison, it needs to be mentioned. In the original book, the font is actually a lot more bold than the font in the reissue. That I did not show you. It's a comparison you should know about, but really isn't going to help you. The original has bold font, the reissue does not.
Everything is pretty much the same when you go page by page. There is no differences besides the fact that this has this page and this one does not. So that pretty much is it. That's everything that is different between these two. So I hope that has helped you guys on your search for the original one, because it's pretty awesome. I love that peel off page, and that's ultimately why I bought another one, because the one I bought a few years ago was fucking defective. I don't know what I'll end up doing with that. Right now I'm using the CD from it to have a CD to listen to my car, because usually I don't take my CDs with me unless they're burnt copies, and the car that I'm driving right now has an older CD player in it that won't read CDRs. So there you guys go. That is the difference between the original and the reissue from 2010. Of course, there is a new re-release coming out. When that comes, I will actually do a review for the Twiztid-Shop exclusive Green Book, and just kind of help give another further comparison, if you will. Plus, I'm kind of hoping that I can do some customizations, because honestly, I've actually taken the book from the original one and put it with the reissue, because I actually like this green background a lot better than I like that white background. I love sticking to that whole book theme. So at some point, the book from this one is going to end up inside this case, and depending on how the Twiztid-Shop Green Book version is, there may be a further customization that I'm going to make to this Green Book. So if that happens, I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, I'll see you guys when the Twiztid-Shop Green Book gets here. We'll do a package for it, and we'll just go through it and review the album itself based on the contents of it, the album artwork and everything inside the book. We're not going to actually do an album review because I've already done it. It's a great album. Fucking awesome album. Second favorite Twiztid album by far. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next month. No, 2 months from now with that Green Book shit. So, stay tuned. See ya.